Christopher, I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
More likely to happen off of this weekend.
Okay.
More likely to happen. Sam Darnold takes this opportunity and winds up with all of the riches that they do have in next year's draft. Winds up the guy that we hoped he would be when the Jets drafted him 3rd overall. He shakes off the entire Jets nation wishing he loses so he's gone. Winds up being the face of the franchise we all hoped he could be. A New York athlete from Southern California who looks past everything, is unfazed by all of it, and actually takes the Jets to the promised land. Or Charlie Woods wins more Green Jackets than his dad. Based off of what we saw this weekend. An 11-year-old darting greens.
Just striping drives.
I mean, drawing balls, fading balls.
Knocking down putts.
Fist pumping like his daddy. I mean with the grit.
Just carbon copies
I'm
of each other.
Seriously asking you this question. Which is more likely
Tiger
to
has
happen?
5 Green Jackets. Oh, man. Charlie Woods is more likely. Sorry, Rich.
Do not get me started. I'm serious. I'm sitting there during game.
Update that one.
I'm sitting,
Charlie Woods. Charlie Woods show.
I'm sitting there
Johnny.
on game day morning doing the show, and I'm watching.
That's a great question, by the way.
Go ahead and ask it. That's why I'm asking it. So, what's more likely to happen? And I would probably agree with you. And I know it's nuts. Tiger was born into the national consciousness, if you will, on the Mike Douglas show. You remember when Earl brought Tiger as a 3-year-old, right? Or a 4-year-old?
Like 2 or 3.
I don't know how old he was, but he was on the Mike Douglas show, which those who definitely are not old enough to remember was kind of like name any daytime talk show right now, Ellen or
Drew Barrymore's show,
whatever you want to do, right? Kelly Clarkson's show, just like that. Mike Douglas was the host of it. Okay, he was 2 years old when Earl brings him on the Mike Douglas show because he's so beyond his years golfing. And who's standing there, just to add the wildest pop culture variable to all of this, who's standing on the set but Bob Hope? Okay? That's how Tiger was born into the national consciousness of this country. But it's one thing when you're just making putts and showing off your golf swing in front of Bob Hope and the country and Mike Douglas. Right? Another thing is when you are, because, Earl wasn't one of the greatest golfers of all time.
No.
You're the son of one of the greatest golfers of all time. Doing it in front of a nationally televised sitting down audience, watching him fire at the hole. I mean, we're wondering, seriously, we were wondering about how not playing well in front of a national TV audience might affect somebody as mentally rock solid, as fully confident in himself. Tom Brady. Remember that? Tom was not, he was in the woods, he was here, he was there, and we're like, this has got to affect Tom Brady, whose mind never gets called into question on anything else.
Never.
But here we got an 11-year-old out there.
He's 11.
Now, Tiger would have to know, okay, my son's ready for this sort of thing. He'd have to know that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
yeah. I mean, he's been caddying for him.
Dude, there was one shot. There was one shot. He's on the left side of the fairway. There's trees to his left. And the hole is tucked behind the trees about 175 yards away with a 5-wood. He hit it. He hooked it. He hit a hook shot. And then as he finished his swing, he walked into the fairway to look beyond the tree line, knowing this is where he was aiming it. He looked just like his daddy. And he wound up putting it on the green within 4 feet and then saying, I got this, I'll take the putt, Dad. And they eagled.
Yeah.
And I can't do that, and I'm 40 years older than him.
No.
So I ask you that question. What's more probable? Sam Darnold shakes all of this off because it does look like right now the Jets will not get Trevor Lawrence. He shakes all of it off, and as you know, I'm not yet ready to turn the page and start thinking about the current Jets' future minus Trevor Lawrence. But I'd imagine they'd stick with Sam Darnold. And you go into battle with him, and you surround him finally with all the proper pieces and the right coach. And so he takes the Jets after all of this to the promised land. Or Charlie wins more green jackets than his dad.
Seen ghosts.
Okay.
I mean, it's up at Rich Eisen Show right now.
I'm going to vote for Charlie on that one.
That's what I voted for.
Charlie's
the kid's 11.
Charlie's going to win a major by the time he's 13.
I'm sitting there watching game. I'm doing game day morning, and I'm looking down at my Twitter feed because I like to be current. There's news breaking, whatever. All I see is just one remarkable. He fist pumped putting a ball like his dad.
Yeah. His swing is perfect.
And I'm sitting there later on in the day, modeling for my child what it looks like to be miserable when your team wins a game. Like this is not right.
Yeah. You guys won. You should be happy. Not happy.
Oh, Daddy.
Missed out on 16.
Oh, Daddy. Sam Darnold just. Uh-oh, Daddy. Here's Frank Gore. He just got a first down. Literally, Cooper's calling the game. Oh, Daddy. Higbee got called for holding. That's the moment. Rams took the lead. Higbee called for a block in the back, took the points off the board, settled for a field goal, never got the lead back. Honestly, I'm not ready. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.